So over the past couple of years, I've become a very big fan of the house of Mancera. It just seems like they're always delivering in terms of scent profile, performance, packaging. It's always really solid in my opinion. Oud Lemon Mint is one of my favorite fragrances for the summer. And I'm really excited today to be talking to you about Instant Crush by Mancera. Before I hop into the review, as always, if you guys are fans of fragrance-related content just like this, and you have yet to hit the subscribe button, please do consider hitting that subscribe button and also hit the bell icon for notifications for all future videos. Okay, so Instant Crush is a amber floral fragrance released by Mancera in 2019. The notes for this are saffron, ginger, Sicilian mandarin, Sicilian bergamot, amberwood, Moroccan rose, Egyptian jasmine, Indonesian patchouli leaf, Madagascar vanilla, sandalwood, white musk, and oak moss. When it comes to the price point for a 4-ounce bottle like this, you can expect to pay $180 retail. They also have a 60 ml bottle for $95. But for those that are not wanting to pay full price for this, it is available on certain discount websites, so you can be sure to check it out there. So I always love to show you guys the packaging for all fragrances that I review. Unfortunately, I don't have the full presentation, but I will show you guys an up-close look at this bottle here. It's really cool, kind of gradient gold to like a ambery color here, but it gets clearer so you can see the juice towards the bottom. You've got a cap here. This is one of the older caps, so it actually screws off. I believe that Mancera has moved on to magnetic caps, at least for some of their fragrances. I'm not sure that, I don't think this has been reformulated, so whether you have a screw-off cap or a magnetic cap, you should be getting the same formulation. And like with all Mancera fragrances, this does come in a very shiny box and a cool like little cinch bag. Mancera and Montal both do that, same company. If you guys weren't aware, they're owned by the same people and the same perfumers. So yeah. Very standard presentation and in line with all Mancera and Montal fragrances. For seasons and occasions for Instant Crush, I would say that this is pretty cool weather exclusive, at least for my taste. It is really potent, and I think the scent profile is dense enough to where it lends itself to the cooler weather. Also for occasion, it's a little bit more limited, I think, in terms of occasion. I would go casual or a date. If you're gonna wear this on a date, I would recommend doing very few sprays, maybe one spray, because this stuff is beastly. You don't want to choke out your date, especially until you know their preference on fragrance and what they actually like to smell on their significant other. You just might want to go light on the trigger, but I would say casual and date nights out. I just alluded to it, but let's talk further about performance on this. So this, with all other Mancera fragrances, or at least the ones that I've tried, this thing is a beast, okay? I mentioned Oud Lemon Mint, also a beast. A lot of Manceras, a lot of Montals, you are not gonna have issues with performance. This is an eau de parfum concentration, but it performs like an X-Straight. I mean, it is just flying off the skin. It's lasts and hangs around beyond an arm's length for 5 hours, 6 hours, and this will last on your skin for till the next day. I've worn this, gone out at maybe 6 p.m., woke up the next day, I can still get whiffs of it. If I go to the gym or take a shower and my body heats up, it's really apparent. So it is definitely, you know, beastly. I go 3 sprays, 4 sprays on this if I'm wearing it on a night out, if I'm going out with friends or out on a date with my wife, or just a casual night out. I think 4 sprays is good. I think anything beyond 4 sprays, you're probably gonna give yourself a headache and maybe some people around you a headache. You obviously don't wanna do that. So yeah, performance on this, not a problem. When it comes to the scent profile for Instant Crush, I do get a lot of the notes that are listed in the top of this fragrance. So when you first spray it on, you do get those citruses. You definitely get the saffron up top. I will say this is not an overly citrus forward or a fresh fragrance. It doesn't come across fresh to me at all. It's very sweet. I shouldn't say fresh at all. There are some fresh elements to this scent. I just don't want to mislead you by saying, oh yeah, there's bergamot and mandarin in here. They're apparent, but they're more there to kind of give the fragrance a lift, especially when you first spray it on. As you get down into the middle, amberwood, I guess I can see what they mean by amberwood. I can't tell you, if I'm being transparent, like, oh yeah, this is the scent of amberwood. But it does have this very ambery, vanillic kind of effect as it gets into the dry down. I do pick up on the florals, the rose and the jasmine are certainly in there, but it's not an overly floral fragrance. This is a unisex fragrance for sure, and you could argue that this actually leans feminine, but it doesn't lean feminine because of the floral nuances. I think it leans a bit more feminine because of the sweetness of the fragrance. So you get a ton of the vanilla in the dry down. So this is a very vanillic forward fragrance, very ambery, very sweet. You do get the spicy saffron, I feel like, throughout the life of this scent. And honestly, it's kind of hard to talk about this fragrance without mentioning Baccarat Rouge 540. It smells very similar. When you spray it on, you're gonna be reminded of Baccarat Rouge 540. This is not nearly as airy or mineral as Baccarat Rouge 540. If you guys are familiar with that, you get this airy, burnt sugar, mineral type of a feel to it, and it dries down. There's this nice like cedar wood accord in it. It's strong in terms of performance, but it has a softness to it. This is like Baccarat Rouge amped up. It almost reminds me a bit more of the extrait of Baccarat Rouge than anything else. So for fans of Baccarat Rouge, I would recommend checking this out. It is substantially cheaper, but I will say, if you don't like Baccarat Rouge 540 and you haven't yet tried this, I'm not sure that you're gonna fall head over heels for it. Maybe it's worth trying out because there are some differences, but there are certainly a lot of similarities as well. This came out a few years after Baccarat Rouge 540, so there's no doubt in my mind a lot of companies kind of had fragrances that were inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540. You have Ariana Grande Cloud, Cologne by Parfums de Marly. That separates itself a little bit more than this one does, but that has some similarities to it. So, you know, it just impacted the fragrance industry so intensely, and you know, kind of like Aventus, it had that Aventus effect where there were a lot of fragrances coming out that had some inspiration. I don't have Baccarat Rouge 540 in my collection just yet. I think we all know that Baccarat Rouge 540 is everywhere. It's hard to go out to a mall, to a club, to a bar, to a restaurant and not smell Baccarat Rouge 540, especially if you're in highly or densely populated cities. You're gonna smell that fragrance. That, I think, is a reason to check out Instant Crush, because it does have, it's a bit thicker. It doesn't lend itself as much to warmer weather, like spring weather, as Baccarat Rouge does. But I think that there are, enough differences here to kind of separate yourself a little bit and maybe not come across like, oh, that guy's wearing Baccarat Rouge 540 or that girl's wearing Baccarat Rouge 540. I think give this a shot, see if you like it, and I think you'll find that there are enough differences that would warrant a purchase here. So I know I went on and on about the Baccarat Rouge 540 comparison, but it had to be said. But all in all, I really enjoy this fragrance. I wish there was, I'm guessing it's Pierre Montal that did this fragrance. I think he does all the Mancera and Montal fragrances. Forgive me if I'm wrong, and if I am wrong, let me know down in the comments. But overall, I think this is a really well done fragrance. It definitely has beast mode performance. It is pretty unique. It does have a uniqueness. outside of the comparisons that I think at least, you know, would, it makes me want to wear it. It's the reason why maybe I haven't picked up Baccarat Rouge just yet. I think it's a really solid, smooth, well done release. It gets me a lot of compliments. So I do want to talk about that for a second. Because the performance is so amazing, people are going to smell you. You know, it's inevitable. If you are within an arm's length of somebody, or you walk by, or the wind blows and somebody catches your scent, chances are you'll probably get a comment. I have been around women that really like this. I've been around men that ask me what I'm wearing, women that want it for their significant other. So it is definitely an attention-grabbing fragrance. And I should throw one, you know, occasion into the mix when you're wearing this fragrance. This is, if you're a club goer, if you like going out clubbing, this is a club beast, okay? It has like that old school Versace Eros level performance with a scent profile that just is a compliment magnet. So if you like all of those things in a fragrance, highly recommend that you check this out. So that is all from me, guys, on Instant Crush by Mancera. Let me know, do you love this fragrance? Do you hate this fragrance? And what are some of your favorites from Mancera? I would love to know. Let's get a conversation started down in the comments section, and I will see you guys soon.